All right. So is you guys see my screen? All right. So a bit of a background here for you guys, like why and how we came to this. So as you know, we've mentioned last time also, but just kind of a repeat that what happened was that when we started Lisa, we had Stanford Rebuild going on, which means there was already a curriculum available. And given that curriculum, we just kind of added activities in the cohort one, and wherever the gaps were we tried to just fill it in and built the plane while flying. So after Stanford rebuild ended and we had to start cohort 2, we had the biggest problem we had at the point in time was we had no curriculum. So because we were following Embark, so we had to now kind of start and building the curriculum from this from scratch. So that's when we came up with this board and we kind of created this 18-week program where we thought, based on our Embark and also a few things that we thought were missing, what exactly a cohort participant should be going through as an end-to-end journey when they're coming into Lisa, and by the time they deliver the pitch, and it's all circled mostly around incubation services. So I'll just enlarge it a little bit here, if you can see here. So initially it was non-Embark, but later on, when now we have access to Embark, we have this facility. Everybody knows about Embark, right? I mean, I'm assuming that. If anybody doesn't, I'll just kind of bring in one line here that Embark is actually Stanford's curriculum design for self-paced entrepreneurship journey, which is designed by Professor Zenius, which was the basis of Stanford Rebuild in back in August. And now they have agreed to partner with Lisa. So how we designed it was that the week one and the first thing, that yellow one that you see, is really what the participants are going through, and in accordance to that we designed other services. So week one was more like we will do the team mix where people need to kind of find the teams. Then week 2 and 3 was more about the customer problem. They need to discover the customer, what the problem is, then go and design a value proposition in week 4 and 5. Week 6 and 7 they need to kind of start working on their go to market strategy. And then 7, 8, 9 was more about the profit model. There was a little bit of gap that we saw in the first cohort, even though Embark offered it, it was not in. I mean, it's not really done to the satisfaction of cohort members. I would just say it like that. And then we also discovered that even after profit model, this is where Embark ends at week 10. But even after profit model, we, as the insights that we had was that people were struggling with financial models, the fundraising, at least to understand what needs to be done, as well as when the final pitch needs to come, they were not prepared in terms of how to do the storytelling and how to talk about the pitch. So we kind of added these week 11 to 17 as things which were not available in Embark and which are still not available in Embark. And we kind of designed certain things around that as to how we could facilitate that better. So this is like if you see the entire cohort journey from, sorry, yeah, from week 1 to 18. Now, in parallel to that, this is the curriculum, the first one. Then this is the design, which is design thinking, which is the SBDT club is doing. So this was more about that when, in parallel to the curriculum, what is it that is needed from design perspective. So the curriculum is designed in a way that it complements, the the the, the customer problem, the value proposition, and all of those things in a similar manner. It cannot be exactly the same because, of course, there is a little bit more research and ideation than that test which is involved. So they are while they're taking the Embark journey in terms of what they need to do in a self-paced manner, we are trying to help them through these facilitation and workshops in this design through this design thinking service.